VPN. VPN basically, use a public network. You build up VPN, make sure it look like your company network. Yeah. So particularly you have conference call with the people in US, in India, right? You talk about confidential information, right? So you use VPN rather than Zoom or MS Teams, because this can be recorded, can be shared by third party, by your competitor. Yeah. Intrusion management, you could use some software to prevent some intrusion management. As IT, right, you always need a backup, yeah, restore. For example, you grade, right, always backup somewhere, yeah. You can back up the system in the running called hot site backup. And there's a cold site backup when even nobody use it, we were to maintain. So from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock, we do backup, right? And you can do cloud, yeah? There's a very fancy cloud mechanism, right? For example, like Azure, Amazon, right? The critical cloud information, right? So they use the follow the moon. When the moon coming, that side will be idle, that will be stopped, do backup. Then the sun side is on, right? For example, right now, sun is there. So this side is in operation, yeah? And in Tokyo, in China, it's evening time, right? So all the data is synchronized with each other. For one in North America, yeah? Maybe for the Alaska somewhere, yeah? One in Japan, in Asia, one in the Europe, right? They can, all these three sides, the data have to synchronize, yeah? So you have a copy here, you also have a copy in Tokyo, you have a copy in Paris, right? So this way, anything wrong with the earthquake here, right? You still have some data there, right? But they have to do backup things, yeah? So they follow the moon backup. When the moon, so that means you are sleeping, yeah? Then you shut down the system, and doing backup, yeah? And doing synchronized. Yeah? It's called cloud computing mechanism to backup. Well, the information auditing, similar idea, like copy it, right? So the one you auditing use ISO standard, right? Yeah, everybody heard about ISO standard, right? Yeah. Different standards, different restriction, and particularly outsourcing company, right? Software, they use ISO standards. So there's called cybersecurity, because everything is on the internet and on the IoT device, right? So they have a cybercrime, as we discussed some of them, data espionage, phishing attack, ransomware, inside attack, cloud attack, IoT hacking. So for IT people, always planning the action against this cybersecurity, such as technology solution, use software, use VPN, use SSL, use the intrusion management, organization policy procedure, right? Everybody follow it, right? You change your password every 3 months, part of the IT policy. Yeah, everybody have to protect your data. Yeah, also public law, right? Use public law to protect yourself, like Canadian law you mentioned. Industry standards, we comply your industry standards. What's this, university standards? You have to follow that association. So, kind of a prevention mechanism. So let's talk about we talk about digital transformation, MIS. Same thing for management information system. You need to do more advanced technology design. Use the digital twin concept. So right now, MIS system is an isolated island because in the last 40 years, technology evolving. So every department they have own package. Yeah, it's build their own system. Right? For example, doing Salesforce.com, so accounting software. doing supply chain software, right? But as a CIO, IT manager have difficulty, right? How to comply with the standard, yeah? So this is my proposal for future MIS architecture. So this is current one, right? Every department have different package, different application. But right now, we talk about more automation, yeah, because the data collected by IoT sensor, right? So there are two major trends. One is digitalization, right? More automation, right? For example, like Amazon Go, no people there. Like Tesla Gigafactory, no workers there, right? So IT have to support this kind of direction. And also the service level, yeah? The services play a major role. 80% of our economy is services, yeah? For example, I installed the thermostat for my fireplace, yeah? And the fireplace, it's that meter costs probably $10, yeah. And for installation, it charged me $150, right? So this is pure services, right? And you count on services, yeah. If they're not working, I called yesterday. It's coming immediately, and replace it and maintain it, yeah. So services is more important, yeah, for this economy. Service level. So in order to support two directions, one is for the automation, one is the services business and revenue generation. So you need to redesign your management information system. So this is my book is going to probably published by Springer, yeah. So this is typical enterprise. You have property, you have plan, you have equipment, you have inventory. Yeah, some of the enterprise digital company may have a very light asset, yeah. But for your retailer store or manufacturer, you have some asset. Then you learn MBA, right? Learning marketing, operation, logistics, finance, HR, right? It's all MBA try to learn. Yeah, you already learn. So to manage this asset, yeah. Then use the now you have IoT sensor and actuator and collect information, physical asset information, and use the AI or machine learning, yeah, and engine. For example, your visualization and your linear regression, your neural network, right? Process information, then achieve simulation. Simulation, your manufacturing. What's going on right now, right? Is everything in the right order? Yeah. And what's the optimization? If your software drives, A to B, right? Which is the best road get to B, come to fair, yeah? And fault detection, make prediction that critical machine need to maintain before they run down. Right? Then you achieve more automation control purpose, right? This is achieved automation purpose based on the data you collect there. Then your management focus on strategy, innovation, and partner management, and use metrics to measure your investment. So this is a new structure for future management information system to support full automation, such as Amazon Go, and for automated manufacture, and also generate more services. And this relates to your, watch it, of time. Okay, for you, 25%, your team will do some research on leading digital twin tools, application tools, or Metaverse tools, yeah? Then you develop some modern enterprise, yeah? So this is a video, give you some idea. Use the Microsoft Azure to develop such advanced supply chain management, okay? So you probably think about use these tools to develop your prototype. So let's watch it because we don't have some time. Give you an idea. So this way you can
work. Hi, I'm Alyssa Sharp, a Senior Program Manager in Azure IoT. I'm excited to show you how Azure Digital Twins lets you create an intelligent environment, combining data from all of your IoT devices, business applications, and really any other data source to model, monitor, and manage real-world environments. For this demo, we will show how Azure Digital Twins modeling capability surfaces new insights and keeps the supply chain of a clothing company on track. As I go through this demo, I challenge you to think and imagine how the capabilities of Azure Digital Twins can be easily transposed or applied to your industry, your processes, your environments, and can ultimately keep your business operating smoothly. Really, the possibilities are endless. Let's dive in. Here is a global view of your suppliers, manufacturers, transportation, warehouses, and retailers. By combining data from IoT sensors, business applications, third-party sources, and applying the Azure Digital Twins model, you get a real-time representation of the health of your supply chain. For example, if you want to look at the production in one of your factories in South America, you can click on the factory and important metrics are given. If you manufacture your own goods, you're able to view what's happening within this factory. The efficiency would track the energy consumption and would pull data from your IoT sensors so you can make sure that it stays within the level the company has outlined. The reliability pulls in data from your ERP system, showing you if the factory ships on time, with good quality, and within budget. Open orders will let you quickly see what the factory is preparing. An intelligent environment doesn't refer to a standard building. If I click into one of our shipments, I can see the status of our goods and transports. Tracking each container's location, temperature, and humidity, I can quickly identify if a product will be damaged before it even arrives to a retailer. This particular shipment is scheduled to arrive on time and is currently within the humidity level we need to maintain a good product. Nobody wants any moldy clothes. All of this data passes through Azure IoT Hub and into Azure Digital Twins, where it's combined with all of the business data you need to provide the cost and context. Here in the Azure Digital Twins Explorer, you can see the model of the supply chain created using our Digital Twins definition language. Here we can see how the digital twins are connected to ultimately create that intelligent environment. Within each twin, I have specific metadata captured and then surfaced on the previous dashboard. Here is the factory we looked at. You can see the model on the right side of the screen showing how the factory is performing. We can see the reliability, the efficiency, and the open orders. Same with the shipment. Here is the digital twin of the shipment heading across the Indian Ocean with all of the associated metadata. Going back to our global view, we just received a message on Microsoft Teams from one of our supplier relationship managers. Their client is having a problem with a t-shirt shipment in California. Because the Azure Digital Twin model is applied to every aspect of the supply chain, we can click on the t-shirt product and immediately narrow down the retailers for this shirt in California. Let's click on the retailer and see their current inventory and past orders. With Azure Digital Twin's flexible modeling capability, each model you create will have unique attributes and metadata. We can see the retailer's past order history and find the one with the t-shirts. With the historical data available and the highlighted supply chain, we can turn back the clock and see where the issue might have occurred. Let's check the transportation of the product. By clicking this, I can see the average humidity, temperature, and when the shipment was delivered. So far, everything looks good. Let's click into the factory and check the temperature and humidity levels during the time the product was created. If they're off, this could be a major issue for current clothes being produced. So let's see what's happening. So we're moving from the global intelligent ecosystem to an intelligent environment and ultimately to the individual assets. Within this factory, we can monitor the production lines remotely and in real time. By clicking on each line, I'll be able to see where the humidity is a problem. And once we click on the third one, we can see the temperature and humidity is high. It looks like this might be the reason the t-shirts were ruined. Let's see how the line performed when the t-shirts in question were created. Using Azure Time Series Insights, I can compare the performance of this line versus the other lines at the same time to see if the problem occurred previously. Azure Time Series Insights and Azure Digital Twins seamlessly connect. The TSI Explorer shows me the historical performance of all of the lines during the given time this order was taking place. It'll be most helpful to view these as a stacked graph so I can quickly identify any anomalies. Now it's very apparent the humidity and temperature of this line has been an issue for a while, and we need to take immediate action. With the Azure Digital Twin model in place, we can see the product lines and orders impacted by this particular factory. The California retail store has about $20,000 in impacted inventory. The UK store has about $12,000. We can't afford to have any more shipments ruined, so we're going to turn this factory offline until it's able to be fixed. Using machine learning, the system can reroute orders from factories that have the capacity, and the product lines are able to turn green again. Azure Digital Twins makes it possible to connect data from sources throughout your entire business and apply a model so the data is contextualized and you can get insights faster. The flexible modeling capabilities allow you to create custom models that apply to your individual and business needs. And because it's built on Azure, we offer the scalability and security of the intent.
So, what are your impression about this technology? Yeah? This achieved full automation and services. You open up a fashion store here. Yeah, you have Amazon Go, no people there. Then you checking your supply chain. One in India, one in Brazil. When it's public, you can switch. You never interrupt. Even you are in enjoy life on the beach, right? You can check everything, right? Here, and giving you travel, right? So this is a future management information system. Also digital enterprise, know like that. Yeah. So for your team assignment 2, you will select one of these tools to develop simple application. Prototype, yeah. And over 20 different tools, like Azure, like Amazon IoT version. You do some research, then select some tools and do some prototype development. Yeah, can be your home, smart car. Yeah. So right now you can use a mobile phone to manage your home, right? I should shut down my thermostat to save some money, heat, yeah? Yeah? And then before I go, right now, they should automatically turn on before I go back home. Yeah? When your girlfriend with you, right, you set up all your environment, the curtain, everything, the window, everything, well set up. You have a robot who cook a nice dinner for you, yeah? Fully automation, eventually, yeah. So this gives you some idea and the potential for digital twin Amazon for future automated business, future services, everything focused on services. Okay? And so this demo, a lot of tools, you should actually the source code already there. For those have an engineering background, right? You should play around. This is a very interesting code and a project. And so there's many tools. And for example, we just saw Amazon Azure. There's a month of Azure. The second one is Amazon AWS. And GE Digital Twin. So Team 2 will do digital GE case study. Yeah. So they are very famous predictor analysis, predict what will happen for your airplane engine, yeah? And Bosch, the fancy one, to develop some of the digital island for my daughter birthday, yeah? Virtual asset, Yeah. So you can build imaginary digital island. You can rent out. You know, you have plenty of data in there. Right? You pay $10. You can go to my island, set up everything, right? With your boyfriend maybe somewhere else, right? You live together. Yeah. It's a virtual asset, digital asset, NFT. Have you heard of NFT?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. So that is you can use the Unreal Engine to development. And Metaverse, of course, the Facebook change, the name is really changed. Yeah. So you do some research on this future technology, and have very exciting. Yeah. So your team assignment, good. So everybody have team right now, right? Everybody know your team, yeah? It's final, no more change. Yeah, today is final because we are going to do first one next week by team one. Which team one will do Kruger, right? Kruger. It's like Loblaws in Canada, the leading retailer store. We have so see what's retailer store doing digital transformation, use the data analysis, AI. Yeah, is that amazing? And so the good thing is you have previous team already done the work, right? And we have a discussion. So each of you should go back to the video, check previous team what they have done. Yeah, and to see, right? And that you should be provide better solution for this same problem, right? Same problem have multiple solutions. Yeah, there's no absolutely right. No, absolutely wrong. Like art, yeah? Which art is better, you know? And so depending on your solution, what's the result after you implement in that organization? Yeah, you provide solutions, right? And so then team 2 will do, I think GE. Team 3 doing circuits. Team 4 doing handcare. Yeah, supply chain for chemical. Team 5 will do food, yeah, top big 5. Team 6 will doing MasterCard, financial. So covered almost every industry, yeah. Financial, manufacturer, security bodyguard, and chemical supply chain, and the food, the car. The mechanical, then talk about financial. Okay, so make sure you do a nice presentation, and then you also write final report, right? So you do, for example, next week, your team 1 will come to a presentation for half hour, yeah, and you will follow the framework which I present. Then. And each of your audience will give team 1 grade. Yeah, based on well, everybody is a professor. Yeah, you give team 1 grade. Yes, and then count your presentation grade. The last 30%, at least 30%. Yeah. Okay. Then also provide feedback about this presentation, about the case solution. We'll spend a brief time discuss whether this solution is good, right? Yeah. Everybody have an opinion, and everybody have a chance to provide you solution to same problem, right? And then, so team 1 will collect all this feedback and written feedback from the forum, yeah, and also discussion. You will write, well, you will improve your final case report, yeah. You will write which will we do after 1 week in presentation. Yeah, make sure you submit before 1 week, right? So then you move on to the next one. Okay, it's clear, right? So next week, everybody you will bring your own computer because you lead team 1. Okay, and so team 1 for learning purpose, and before you come to class, you will submit your PowerPoint, part 1, and you also submit your case, original case. You spend some money, right? You share with our class. Yeah. So everyone can read that same case. So we in week 4, right? Box you submit your PowerPoints, and your original case, you share with your class to learn each other. Don't share with outside of the class, okay? And so we'll have fun next week. So we already talk about how to solve the problem, right? Typically have on your case, in the last page before the appendix, typically they present you problem you're going to solve. Yeah? What they have an issue, what do you solve? That's why spend $1 million for you. Yeah? Give you a solution to solve the case problem. Yeah? So really talk about this really. Typical problem solving, right? Gather data, diagnose problem, identify what option available. Like you select your mobile phone, right? There's many options. What's the criteria to make such selection, right? And decision criteria. And then you recommend your solution. You always consider how to implement it, yeah? Yeah, it's related to change management. So what's typical problem, right? What kind of issue for this case? And why is this issue for now? Yeah, really issue, yeah? For example, grocery store, right? In the last 3 years, right? People afraid to go to the grocery store. If you don't have online sales, you have a problem, yeah? And for GE, yeah, they have 5 major business, only two of them make money. Rest of the business lose money. Major issue, yeah? And who is the decision maker? Typically CEO can be the founder, the chair, yeah? And can be IT manager. When the decision have to make, yeah, the decision. So you will use this 8-factor framework to analyze, put that case in the industry, yeah? Use the portal 5 force, right? So when you portal, you need what's customer, what's your suppliers, what's your competitor, right? The portal 5 force you learn from strategy. What's substitution? What's the new entry? Then you plus 3 more tools, like government regulation, right? If you don't rob the taxi, there's no license. You need to get government license. Technologies change, always changing. Yeah? AI, always new model, right? And market growth. Markets have different dynamic, right? Different people, right? So everybody now try to meet the Generation Z. What's the new generation customer want like? That's why we are doing Metaverse, digital twin. When you have a problem identified, you identify what's root cause of this problem, right? So the fishbone is very powerful tools to analyze whether it's a people problem, whether it's a process problem, whether it's an organization problem, whether it's a technology problem, right? To identify what's the problem, root cause of this problem, yeah? Why, GM, so many businesses lost money, yeah? Bleeding, yeah? Why, this grocery store, why they want to adapt the new technology, yeah? Then you use the decision matrix, this framework, right? To you exercise, right? What's your option? Yeah, this option. Make sure option is mutually exclusive. It's really option, right? Not for example, you want the iPhone, you want a Huawei device.